She thought her body was breaking down, but it was just mold in her apartment. How many of us mistake imbalance for being broken? If you feel insecure in love, maybe it's not trauma, maybe it's just like riding a bike. You feel shaky because no one ever taught you how to do it. She thought something was wrong with her. Constant tightness in her chest, shallow breath, random fatigue. She said, I think I'm getting weaker. Something must be wrong with my body. Something must be wrong with me. But then I asked her one simple question. Do you have a mold in your apartment? She blinked. Yeah, how did you know? My friend Timmy didn't need a diagnosis. She didn't need to go to a doctor or trace it back to some forgotten trauma. She needed to clean her apartment. The air she was breathing was literally messing with her nervous system. It wasn't something wrong with her, it was something around her. And that is how insecurity often works. We think we are broken, weak, unworthy, but often we are just surrounded by mold, by imbalances in our life, in our habits, in our relationships. We've been sold the story that every anxious thought, every trigger in love, every moment of insecurity must be rooted in some ancient wound. But what if it's not true? What if you are not broken? What if you are just out of balance? You don't need to heal yourself to be secure, because security isn't something you are born with. It is something you build. It is not who you are, it is what you do. Now let me ask you something. If a baby cries, what is the first thing you check? When my 2-month-old son Martin cries, we don't start overanalyzing his birth trauma. We don't wonder if he has subconscious programming from the womb. We check, is he hungry? Is he tired? Too hot? Overstimulated or understimulated? We look at his current environment. It's logical, right? But adults, oh no, we've been trained to ignore the now and obsess over the past. When you feel anxious in love, your first instinct is probably, something is deeply wrong with me. I need to go backwards and fix it. But just like my son Martin, maybe your system is out of balance right now. Maybe you didn't sleep enough. Maybe your body is dehydrated. Maybe you have been scrolling for hours and haven't moved your body. Maybe the person you are dating genuinely isn't safe and your body is reacting to that. Before you go mining your past, check for mold, metaphorically or literally. Fix your fundamentals, clean up your current environment, then see what is left. Because 95% of the time, in my experience, it is not your trauma, it is your environment, it is your habits, it is your missing skill set. And this is the part most people miss. They think secure people are born that way or raised that way. But let me ask you something else. If you never learned to ride a bike, would you feel secure on one? No. You'd wobble, you'd feel tense, you'd second guess every movement. And that is not because you are broken, it is because you have never practiced this skill. Security in love works the same way. If you don't know how to communicate your needs clearly, if you don't know how to regulate your nervous system, if you don't know how to choose partners who are actually available, of course you feel anxious. Of course you feel avoidant. But that is not your identity. That is just your current level of skill. So, how do you build secure attachment as a skill? Here is the process I guide people through inside my one-on-one coaching and inside Love Leaders. Step number 1, check the mold. Audit your environment. Are you sleeping, eating, moving, breathing, resting, connecting consistently? You cannot build security on a nervous system that is fried. Start here. Step number 2, learn the skill set of secure people. Secure people aren't magical, they've just developed a few key skills. They know how to name and express their needs. They don't make rejection mean they are unworthy. They know how to repair conflict. They are not scared of space or intimacy. They know how to balance both. And this is teachable and trainable. I've watched clients go from clingy to calm in weeks, not because they healed, but because they trained. And step number 3, practice like it's a muscle, because it is. You don't get good at riding a bike by reading about it, right? You have to get on. Same with love. You get secure by doing secure things, even if you are scared, even if your voice shakes, even if it feels unnatural at first. Security is not a destination. It is a lifestyle, a rhythm, a way of being, and it can be yours. And if you are ready to go deeper, to stop obsessing over your past and start building the future, join Love Leaders. This is where we train these skills together. The link is in the description below. Now, here is the truth I want you to leave with. Most people who think they are insecure in love are simply out of alignment in one of 3 areas. Their environment is working against their security. Their body and nervous system are out of balance. They never learned what secure behavior looks like, or they learned it once but stopped practicing. You are not broken. You are not doomed. You are just missing a skill, and you can learn and master it.